Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Inside Aetheria, your source for all things Return of Aetheria. I'm here today with Kyle Loy. Kyle, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So, Kyle, what do you do here at Return of Aetheria?
I'm a game designer.
Yeah?
And we're just basically putting quests together. All the fun factor is in our hands. So we're doing what we can to make it better than last year.
Yeah.
So,
what kind of quests and stuff do you have coming up for us?
we're trying to implement a lot more quests where you actually will interact with the staff member and do things like card games or dice games, something to kind of give that social interaction between more people. So, and then of course we're still going to have a lot of the solo quests where you go in and you put in your rune codes into the touch table that we have, and it should be really good. I'm excited about it.
Is this your first semester doing Return of Aetheria, or have you been a part of it before?
This is my first semester, so I'm a newbie.
Yeah.
I'm really
Nobody's
excited.
Unite.
Yes, I'm actually having a lot of fun. It's great to have a class where you can have collaboration work and kind of get an idea of what it's going to be like in the industry.
Yeah.
So I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah. So, since you bring up industry, what do you want to do beyond college? You want to do game design of some sort, I'm going to assume.
Yeah. I'm actually really into hobby gaming, so I like tabletop gaming with board games and collectible card games. So I would like to be able to do content development for some sort of board game company. There's a lot of good ones out there, so I would be excited to be on a team that makes card games or board games, really. So.
Yeah, that'd be neat. So, back to Return of Aetheria, though. What are you most excited about, working on this semester's development of Return of Aetheria? What are you looking forward to, seeing happen?
I'm actually excited to see how some of the faction quests come together.
Yeah.
We're going to have some big quests where you're going to have, it's just going to maybe just be like a surprise. You never know if you're on the headquarters and you're putting in quests. There could be something where we could just come together and say, faction quest, let's go, and we'll get some people together, and then we'll do the faction quest. I'm excited to see how people react to that.
Yeah.
How they're kind of surprised about, like, oh, wow, it's time to do a quest. Let's get over here and try it. And then you have your two factions. You'll have Neridian and Rokshan factions. So I'll be excited to see how people react to surprises like that.
Yeah. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what the faction quest is going to be? Or, not plot-wise, but, how does that work? I mean,
we can't give away too many spoilers right now, but basically we're gonna have you're gonna pick your factions and your elements of who you're supporting, if you're supporting Roxy or if you're supporting Neridia.
Yeah.
And basically it'll just be things that are pro Roxy, pro Neridia, and there'll be certain quests that'll pertain to those factions. So if you're doing a pro Roxy faction, then Neridia faction can't do that. So it'll be interesting to see how people will side with one another whenever, because there's interaction with the quests with factions to where you'll have to combat somebody that's Neridian if you're Rokshan. So there's a lot of things going on, but not to give too much away, but we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be really cool, especially just as you said, seeing how people react. And that's going to create a lot of different choices. I'm going to assume. Yeah. So that'll be neat. Now, you were talking about your passion for tabletop games. Do you also like video games as well?
Yeah, I play some video games. Yeah. I'm really into MMOs. And of course the classics like Zelda and Mario and stuff. But I definitely like video games too.
Yeah. So what's your favorite system or console to play?
Oh man, well, since I like MMOs, I have to go with PC.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so much on PC, especially nowadays with Steam and. But they're all good. I mean, there's something for everybody on each system. So, I mean, because if you want to play Zelda, you got to be Nintendo. So, you got to be a little bit everywhere. But if I had to pick one, I'd have to say PC.
I'm a little disappointed that you're part of the master race. But we'll move on. But about tabletop gaming, what are some of your favorites there?
Oh, man, there's a lot. I definitely like a lot of stuff that's put out by Fantasy Flight. They have a lot of the big board games, like the World of Warcraft board games, one of my favorite. I also like Mayfair Games. They're the ones that publish Settlers of Catan, or Catan, however you want to say it.
If you say Catan, you have to be like this. Catan.
And then Magic the Gathering. I love competitive card games too. So I love the social interaction. That's what I love about tabletop gaming as opposed to video gaming, because you actually get people together and you just mingle with a lot of different people you never really would mingle with before. But when you go to like a Magic tournament, you're talking to a lot of different people. So I like that aspect of it. So I'd have to say those three. I mean, World of Warcraft board game, Magic, and Settlers of Catan.
Well, that's really great. You know, we haven't talked to anyone about tabletop games yet, so we're glad you came by. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, you keep it locked here on Inside Aetheria, your source for all things Return of Aetheria.